Councillor Lindsay, please.
Thank you, Chair. It's great to see. We saw the Labour motion. I think most of our group, the three things they'd identified were exactly what, in our discussions, what we'd identified as actually, in the Conservatives' own terms, not contributing to inclusive growth, particularly not to the inclusive part of growth. Citizens' advice. It makes no financial sense to cut a service that all the research shows every £1 invested in citizens' advice, it creates savings of £1.97 for public bodies like Suffolk County Council, because essentially citizens' advice are picking up the work that would have been done by public bodies. Particularly, I won't talk about Greenways. My colleagues talked about the mental health benefits from that, which again, in the long term, is not only a social benefit, but a financial benefit. Passenger transport sponsored services. This is a thing close to my heart, representing a rural community with very threadbare bus services. About a month ago, we had a report into social mobility across the country and the county. You could break it down by districts. Interestingly, Baber, my district, had one of the worst social mobility in the country. Next door, Mid-Suffolk had one of the best. And now, nobody's quite sure why that is, but I have a good grounds to suspect it's because Mid-Suffolk has good train and public transport connections from Stowmarket to Ipswich, Cambridge. Baber, unfortunately, does not. And the buses are part of what connect people, particularly people who can't afford a car or aren't able to drive. It is far worse to live on a council estate somewhere like my village in Bilderston than it is somewhere in Ipswich. Because of that rural isolation, it is a real problem. And you cut a bus and you're cutting inclusive growth. You're cutting the inclusive part of that. Every bus that you cut puts more cars on the road. More cars on the road equals more damage to the roads, equals more cost in maintenance of the road. We know we're already struggling to pay for what we've got. So in social terms and inclusive growth terms, all three of these things in the proposed budget are detrimental. Thank you.